Hey guys and girls, and welcome to my new pickups video. Right, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so you guys can probably imagine I've got quite a bumper crop this time around. So let's get started. We're going to begin with the latest additions to my PSP movie collection. So first up we have Hostel Part 2. Now this is an interesting purchase for me because I don't really do horror films. The truth is, it's not because I have a weak stomach or anything like that. The truth is, I just find horror films boring, to be honest with you. But I remember I was around a mate's house about a couple of years ago or so, perhaps even longer, give or take, yeah, and we were watching telly and he was channel surfing. There was nothing really on, so we stopped on this film. I can't remember what channel it was on. I didn't really care at the time because everything else was such a shit. And this was on, and oh my god, my pile is falling. It's falling onto the tripod. Yeah, this was on, so we watched it, and I was like, okay, that was interesting. The ending was most certainly memorable, and that was pretty much the last I'd seen. I remembered of it. Well, the last I cared about it, and the last I saw of it. I had already seen the first Hostel, but I thought that film was boring. You know, I really don't care for horror films, and I was around this house again, and he always does this. He always channel surfs because there really is nothing good on television these days. And we came across Hostel 2 again. Now, I should point out that at the time, I had no idea that this was Hostel. I had no idea this was Hostel Part 2. And when he brought up the info pane on the TV, it said that it was Hostel 2. And I thought to myself, oh, okay, is this Hostel 2? I didn't realise. So that was it really, and you know, £2. The only reason I bought this is because I've seen. That's pretty much all. So that's my little mini story for Hostel 2. Next up, we got... I know guys, don't laugh. Seriously, stop laughing. £2.50, I wasn't going to complain, you know. I've already got the Terminator, so if I can find Terminator 2, you know, it'll be the UMD trilogy complete. Because let's be honest, who else counts the fucking other Terminator films? I think there was only one more afterwards, wasn't there? One more Terminator film. I'm not including the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Or was it? Oh, what was that film called? It was Terminator Salvation, wasn't it? I don't know. It was shit. So, excuse me. Next up, this film is an absolute classic, and I think we can all agree. Dumb and Dumber. I absolutely love this film. I think it's brilliant, and because it's supposedly uncut and dumber than ever, I'm actually hoping it's got the scene with the little old lady in it, because for some reason they seem to chop out the scene where Lloyd comes back and the little old lady that was supposed to be looking after his stuff is gone with his stuff. That, for some reason, they always cut that bit out. I don't know. It's been cut out on my DVD version of this, so I'm hoping this is the definitive version, which would be very weird considering it's UMD video. Not that I'm saying UMD video is in, you know, shit, because obviously I don't think so, because I'm collecting them. Bear with me for a sec, guys. It would just seem weird that the smaller media file is more superior to the DVD, the big boy. Take that as you please. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we have another absolute classic, and people around about my age will most definitely agree. The Goonies! Believe it or not, I've only ever seen this all the way through just once, and that was roughly around about the time it came out. So, obviously, I don't have a particularly full memory of this film, but I always see it, you know, always see bits of it, you know, all the time. So, at least I can say that my memory of it is it's not rose tinted or covered in nostalgia or whatever. Okay, and the last film I have, this is another absolute classic, The Lost Boys. I absolutely love this film. You know, it's Kiefer Sutherland before people started recognizing him out as the guy from 24. I've got to be honest with you, I've never seen 24, so as far as I'm concerned, you know, I don't know where I was going with that sentence, but yeah, The Lost Boys, absolutely fantastic film. I love it, and that is my new PSP collection. Those are new additions to it, so I'll put them to one side. Hopefully, they won't fall off. Right. Oh dear, knocking into my laptop. Right. Next up, got ourselves a 3DS game, and that is Star Fox 64 3D. Really, they could have come up with a better title than that. I've always said to myself that Star Fox 64 on the 3DS has absolutely no right to exist whatsoever. It's just catering to the whining fanboys that think that every other game that came out after Lilac Wars is just inferior compared to Lilac Wars. Star Fox Command, Star Fox Assault, Star Fox Adventures. Oh, it's not Lilac Wars. I want a new Lilac Wars. Really? You have to compare a game that's being different from Lilac Wars to Lilac Wars? Really? I don't know. It's amazing. I'm not, you know, an absolutely huge mega fan of the Star Fox series. I do enjoy them, but for some reason, it's the whining fanboys of this franchise that piss me off the most. Even more so than Sonic fanboys. It's unreal. I always said to myself, there's absolutely no way I am buying this for anything less than around 15 quid. And I saw this computer exchange today, 15 quid. I thought, I'm going to pick this up. It's now actually worth it. So I'm hoping it's as good as the original version. I haven't actually played it yet. Next up, a classic game for the old PlayStation 1. Grand Theft Auto Limited Edition. I only got this for 4 quid from the market. I think it was about a couple of weeks back. And I'm denied about it because I've already got Grand Theft Auto, but the truth is, I have absolutely no idea where it is. I've got the case and everything else. I just don't know where it is. I don't know where the disc is. I don't know if I lost it when I moved into this house or if it's around somewhere, one of my boxes or what. But the thing that really I got chuffed, excuse me, start again. The thing I was really chuffed about with this version of Grand Theft Auto, it's absolutely complete. It's got both maps, the book, and a neat little soundtrack CD. I think that's wicked. I don't actually know if the original CD is purple because the version I have, unfortunately, is the platinum version, so I just kind of got stuck with a silver disc. So, right, next up we've got 3. I think it's 3. Yep, 3, and I'm knocking into my camera again. 3 Xbox titles, Xbox originals. First up we got Still Life. I was kind of curious about this game because, like I've told you guys before, I generally get attracted to games if the spine looks pretty good, and this kind of looks like it's, you know, it's typewriter font basically. And I kind of looked at the back and I thought to myself, well, it looks interesting, but I don't know. There's this thing at the moment with games. They show you like all the screenshots of like all the interesting things, but it doesn't really show you what sort of game it is. I have no idea what kind of game it is. I mean, to quote Matt from Two Best Friends Play, you know, it kind of looks like a game. It looks like a very interesting game. And the funny thing is, I want to tell you guys, is this was also sitting next to a copy of Second Sight, and for some reason my brain decided to switch off, and I thought to myself, what? They released Second Life for the Xbox? Surely that's a bit risky, isn't it? Then my brain switched back on and I realised it was Still Life and Second Sight. So I haven't played this yet, so I'm kind of still a bit intrigued about what kind of game it is. So hopefully it'll be a good game, I hope. Let me mug out of the way. Delicious coffee. Right, next up, Raises Hell. I kind of don't know what sort of game this is. I mean, it looks kind of like a funky version of the multiplayer version of Conquer Live and Reloaded. There we go. I don't know, get it out eventually, and my mug's getting in the way again. Go on. And so, yeah, you know, £3. I thought to myself, it looks like a funky game, so I'll pick that up. I have no idea what it's like. I'm hoping it's going to be somewhat good. it was another case of the spine attracting me. I mean, look, that's pretty much what drew my attention first time. If my camera will never focus, it's not going to focus. Okay, never mind. And finally, for the original Xbox, we have Midway Arcade Treasures 1. I've got Arcade Treasures 2. I am a very old school gamer, and I would really love to sit down and play these games again. I'm not actually sure, so I don't think, let me think, actually no, I don't think any of these were released on Game Room for the Xbox, if any of you actually care to remember that. So it'll be interesting to play these games again, especially Robotron 2084 and where is it? Ah, Smash TV. Be nice to play those two games again. Right, got a couple of newish games actually for the Xbox 360. Starting off with one of the more newer releases, Borderlands 2. I absolutely love this game. It's sort of a case of more of the same as far as the original Borderlands is concerned, but to be honest with you, that I don't really mind that in a game series, as long as it doesn't constantly repeat more of the same. If it does it again, for the second time, as in Borderlands 2, then that's fine. Everyone can deal with a bit more of the same, especially for a game that is actually pretty good as Borderlands. I mean, the original Borderlands, it was good, but it kind of dragged on a little bit. I don't know, some of the missions just seemed a bit drawn out, But Borderlands 2, it kind of corrects all that, and some of the missions aren't so bad now. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this in a minute. I'm using Mayor at the moment, and I think I'm just about to clock up to level 31. I think it's level 31, level 32. So yeah, really enjoying Borderlands 2. And finally, the very last pickup I've got. Most of you know that I've got the Mario and Sonic version of this. There's a clue for you. So I decided to pick up the official video game of the London 2012 Olympics. I remember watching a video from Nerd Cubes about his playthrough of this, and it had me in stitches. Honestly, I love his videos. I saw this and I was like, oh my god, this game, it looks, graphically it looks good, but it also looks like it plays terribly. I don't know. Well, I thought to myself, £22, it honestly can't be that bad, and if it is, then, well, that's £22 down the shitter. but I thought I'd give it a try. £22 is certainly better than $39.99, so it'd be nice to play the official version of the London 2012 Olympic Games. I mean, I think actually, thinking about that, maybe the first actual official Olympic video game that I may own. Obviously, casting aside the Mario and Sonic Olympic games. So yeah, guys, that's the result of my my pickups over the last 2 months or so, give or take. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, take care of yourselves. It's Wenlock.